I'm gonna start with, what do you admire most about Justine?
It's both. I like it, and I'm also like conflicted by it. But that she doesn't stop when she's being told no.
She is relentless.
She's relentless. Yeah.
I think he wants to be a good guy. Very much.
I've heard you call Audition the ancestor to Barbarian.
Yes.
What would you call the ancestor to Weapons?
Magnolia.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Care to elaborate?
It's a big, weird, cold epic that's hysterical and tragic and has a miracle in the middle of it, and it has all these different protagonists all kind of bouncing off of each other, and it's unapologetically an epic. And I just thought if I could do a horror movie that felt like that somewhat, look, Paul Thomas Anderson is about as good as it gets. I don't pretend to be doing it on that level, but it was something to aim for,
Yeah, we have different definitions of miracle.
Hey, miracle's
It's
a miracle.
I know, it was like, no, that's fair. What are some of the things that scare you?
In life?
Yeah.
Oh, all kinds of things. What scares me? Oh God. I can't think of anything.
Fascism. No.
Yeah,
yes.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the dehumanization of people, and the way in which particularly the internet makes us see each other as two-dimensional, and therefore we're much more capable of injury to each other as a result.
Emotionally, what was the most challenging scene to get right?
There was a lot of intense scenes, but they were short scenes. But I think the scene that I remember reading the script and thinking, oh my God, this writing is exceptional. And my favorite scene to shoot, and it was also, Alden was talking about it, was also his favorite scene, was the scene in the bar scene. We were really excited and nervous about that scene because we just wanted it to do, we wanted to do it justice in a way. And we just had so much fun acting that.
Yeah, we got to see such a different side of her in that, so it very much comes
Yeah,
across.
and there's a lot of, quick beats in the movie that this kind of felt like a long break in a way.
It was the scene that I read that made me want to do the film. It just has a lot to it, and was really just it was almost like a scene out of a great play or something. And so there just was, that scene was meaningful, and so probably that. Yeah.
This is the bar scene?
Yeah.
We get to see like a very different side of both of them in that moment, which I think is really exciting.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's also when I was reading the movie, when I saw that, this is I guess a horror movie, but it's really this deeply personal, beautifully written story about these very fragmented, complicated, troubled human beings.
What is something that you learned in the making of Barbarian that you were determined to implement in the making of Weapons?
You plan the shoot, you shoot the plan, and so I'm just really hyper anal about prep, and that saved me, because there's a lot of complicated stuff in this movie that, we did not have a ton of money and a ton of time. And so the only way we were able to kind of pull off shooting this thing was to just get really dialed in the prep. And that's something I learned on Barbarian.
There are a lot of scenes we get to see from different perspectives. Were you shooting those on the same nights, or were you just like resetting up?
On the same nights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, you have to. You don't have enough time. I can't come back to a location. A company move is expensive, and it takes hours.
Sure.
So you cannot just like, all right, we're shooting Julia's chapter at the gas station today and Josh's chapter at the gas station in 2 weeks. No, dude, you're at the gas station, you're shooting it all at the gas station.
What were some of the unique challenges that presented?
Well, you got to keep it all straight.
Yeah.
It can get confusing. It's like, we got a fight scene that we're shooting twice from two different perspectives. It's like, are we going to use this shot ever there? No. Like, the rule was everyone's scene is shot their way. So that just means you got to dial it in. I had to photo board the whole movie and know exactly what angle was going where and when, and then, that makes it easier.